In this module, we had a look at NoSQL and especially MongoDB, of course. Now, NoSQL databases, MongoDB, is just an alternative to SQL databases. It follows a different philosophy. You have no strict schemas, which you do have in SQL, and you have fewer relations. You don't split your data across dozens of tables. Instead, you work with things like embedding data or using some references or even mixing the two concepts as you saw in this module too. So in general, you got way more flexibility, and since you can store the data in the format you're fetching it in, you often can write a bit simpler queries because data already has the format you need it in. When working with MongoDB, you should use the official MongoDB driver, and then you got a lot of useful commands like insert one, find, update one, delete one, and so on, which make all these CRUD operations, CRUD stands for create, read, update, and delete, very simple. Now check out the official docs or my full MongoDB course to learn all about the available operations, how you can configure them, which operators like $in, which you saw in this module. So all these things which you can use. You can learn about that because indeed MongoDB offers enough content for an entire course. And this is of course not the idea behind this course. It should stay a Node.js course. Now, it's also worth pointing out that all the operations are promise-based and therefore creating more complex chains as we did it, where you have this first command and then the second command, is pretty easy and also pretty easy to read. So overall, NoSQL in MongoDB is very popular, especially in combination with Node.js, because you work with JavaScript objects anyways and because it's very fast. And therefore, it's definitely worth checking out. And I will also stick to MongoDB for the rest of this course. Though, I also want to mention that you can, of course, use MySQL. Ultimately, it always depends on your preferences and the requirements of your application. And there's a large gray area where neither of the two is wrong to use.